What's up, guys? My name is Katie. I'm your FreeStep trainer for today, and I've got a 15-minute lower body workout that's guaranteed to work, you guessed it, the muscles in our lower body. I'm talking about your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves. So before we begin, I want you to make sure that you've got everything you need, water, towel, and perhaps most importantly, that your seat is set up to its proper position. So let's get started. There we go. All right, you guys. Now let's talk about your resistance. It should be somewhere between 1 and 4, so something nice and light. And as you're getting your legs moving, I want you to try to synchronize your pedal stroke to the music. So right now, I'm hovering in the mid-20s. So 24, 25, 26 should be just fine. Now let's talk about your body positioning. Root your hips into your seat, into your saddle. You've got a nice light grip on your handlebars behind your seat. If at any time you prefer to place your hands on your hips, you can do so. You can even rest your hands on either side of your saddle. Now, pressing with a flat foot in mind, I want you to press your heel into the back of your shoe. Good. Now, don't forget the balls of your feet. Press with a nice flat foot. But if at any time your toes roll off the top of your pedal, it's all good. Again, still hovering with your pace right around 25 on your speed. Now, as we get nice and warm, I'm just gonna ask that you add maybe 1 or 2 or 3 points of resistance. So whenever you're ready, reach down and adjust your dial. 1 to 2 to 3. That's it. Collarbone should be shining straight ahead, chin off your chest. Good, and we're also focused on big, deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, one last tip about your form, let's not forget about the importance of engaging your core. So think about your core as being your trunk, keeping you sturdy and stable all throughout our class. Excellent. Now, if you ever go a bit faster than what I'm calling out, it's a perfect opportunity to add a touch more of resistance. Good. By now, we should be feeling nice and warm. So here's what's gonna happen. I want you to add another point or 2 to your resistance. That means I need you anywhere between 3 and maybe 6 or 7 on your dial. Good. Now, speed is gonna come up just a touch faster. Somewhere 26 as a minimum, perhaps 28 or 29 on the top end. Excellent. Loosen your grip on the handles or on your seat. The goal is to be nice and relaxed. Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely starting to feel warm. All right, now let's pick up our speed ever so slightly. I want you now hovering closer to the high 20s. So think 28 to maybe all the way to 30. Good. Something to be mindful of with your resistance. If whatever I'm calling out feels too heavy, just take it down. You're in a no judgment zone, a judgment-free zone. Good. Now, oftentimes we can get excited by the music and let it carry us away, but if you're noticing that your upper body is rocking back and forth side to side, again, hunker back down into your trunk, stabilize your upper body. Try to minimize any unnecessary movement. Good, I want you to maintain the tempo, 28 on your speed. Slightly faster, that's okay. Good, now let's add a touch of resistance. I'm talking just 1 or 2. Reach down. So lower body focus. Your quads are the primary mover in this exercise. Biggest muscles in your whole body, giving us the ability to leave this exercise, to leave this session, and still feel that afterburn, burning calories throughout the rest of our day. Good. Now, whatever your goal is today, it's my goal for you that you leave our session feeling stronger, feeling better than when you started. On that note, let's add another touch of resistance. I don't care the number, it just should be something a touch heavier than your current resistance. Reach down in 4, 3, 2, make that adjustment. Good. Oh, you should be feeling that. Final few moments here. We'll slow down. Excellent. Excellent. So take your speed down now. Closer to the mid-20s. Good. So I'm looking at my console. My leg speed is right around 23. So I'll take anything, 23 to maybe 25 or 26 on the top end. That's it. Now I want you to visualize that we're climbing to the top of a hill. So our speed might be slowing down, again, to match the beat of the song. That means we can get a bit heavier with our resistance. Now, as you've probably already noticed, we've been incrementally adding resistance since the start of class. So what I want you to do is take an honest look down at your resistance, and I need you at a minimum of 6. There you go. Good. Try your best not to go slower than the beat. Now, if that means you have to adjust your resistance down to stay up with me, that's totally cool. Good. Again, stabilize your upper body. Hips should be firmly planted in your saddle. Spine nice and long. Again, engage your trunk. That's it. Now you're gonna have a chance to drop your resistance down for a touch of recovery. Let's say your new minimum is 4. Adjust. Good. Again, hand placement, you've got plenty of options as we work our lower body. So we're not fussing around with our handles in front of us. Again, you can rest them behind you or place them on your hips. You can even, if you want to experiment with bringing your hands up to your collarbone here. I find that sometimes when I do this, it allows me to focus more on my core. Good. Now we took off some resistance, we're gonna add some back. New minimum, 6 or 7. In 3, 2, 1, adjust. Good. Again, remember to keep that flat foot, pressing your heels into the backs of your shoe. Pressing down with the balls of your feet. We've stayed on tempo this entire time. I want you hovering again. 23 on the low end, maybe 25 on the high end. Now, what are we doing right now? We're preparing to get to the top of this hill. So believe it or not, in a few moments, I'm gonna ask you to get a bit heavier on your resistance, simulating that we're climbing to the top of our hill. And perhaps the best news ever, you're already past the halfway point in class. Good. All right, guys, new minimum for your resistance. I want you to see what an 8 on your resistance feels like. Now, naturally, the heavier resistance is gonna allow our legs to slow down. That's a good thing. Slowest, heaviest part of our session together, I need you somewhere in the high teens on your speed. 17 to maybe 19 or 20. Good. Again, if what I'm calling out for resistance feels too heavy for you, adjust it to what feels good. I want you to feel like you're in this place, again, where there's no judgment, or I'm your coach and I'm helping you get to the top of this hill. The music just helps keep us accountable. There we go. Are you breathing? Sometimes our bodies go into flight or fight response when we encounter a bit of stress. And yes, exercise is a form of stress on the body. So make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. Good. Guys, I can see the top of this hill. So I'm gonna ask that you challenge yourself with the heaviest resistance you've had in class thus far. The number does not matter to me, it's all about your effort. So, add something a little extra because you can. Come on. Good. Getting stronger with every pedal stroke. Excellent. What's going on with your trunk, with your core? Visualize that your belly button has a string attached to it and you're trying to pull that string closer to your spine. Kind of a strange visual, but it works for me. Almost there, you've got about 20 seconds here. Good. Maybe experiment with going slightly faster. So right now, for some context, I'm hovering around 19 on my speed. Yes. Climb with me to the top. Resistance is gonna come down in 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take your resistance down. Let's say 4 as a minimum. Good. 4 minimum. Guys, this is your final song. Let's get to it. Legs are gonna pick up some speed. 22 to 25. So you got a bit of a wider range to work with. Now, for the most part, class has consisted of intervals based around resistance. But you're gonna have a chance to speed things up, okay? You've got 2 30-second pushes. And when it comes to your speed, I'll give you a range to hit. So when that beat drops, I want you to pick up your speed 25 to 30. And if you notice yourself going faster than 30, perfect opportunity, again, to add resistance to hold yourself accountable. You can feel the music building. 10 seconds, we blast off for 30. Again, 25 to 30 on your speed. Ready, set, let's go, pick it up. Yes, excellent. Again, remember to breathe. 25 to 30 is perfect. And just like that, you got 15 seconds. Come on. Pressing with a flat foot. Extending your legs. Give me 8. You got 6. We slow down to recover. 4, 3, 2. Slow it down. Excellent. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, wow, that felt so good. That was so much fun. Can we do it again? And the answer, of course, is yes. You got 1 more 30-second push. Speed right now, again, hovering in the low 20s. Now I want you to think back to this interval you just did, that speed you just hit, that number that you reached. Can you get there again, or can you go a touch faster? Make sure your resistance is something challenging. I want you to finish class, again, feeling stronger before you started. Take a big breath in. 4, 3, 2, 25 to 30, let's go. Yeah, excellent. Again, what's happening with your upper body? Stabilize it. Halfway there, 15 seconds, come on. Anything 25 to 30 And if you wanna get a little spicier in your final few moments, maybe add a touch on your dial. You got it, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Do yourself a favor, take your resistance all the way down, keep your legs moving. Guys, well done. We have completed 15 minutes focused on strengthening our lower body. So I want you to continue to pedal your feet out. Speed and resistance don't matter. The work is over. We're now gonna focus on flushing out our legs, calming our breath. Perfect time to wiggle your fingers, even wiggle your toes. Good, now whenever you're ready, I want you to come to a complete stop. Sit up nice and tall. Extend one leg out in front of you. That means your opposite leg comfortably bent, stretching the leg that's fully extended. Try not to lock out your knee, but press into your heel. Big deep breath, exhale. Good, swap it to the other leg whenever you're ready. Again, extend your leg out nice and long. Push your hips deeper into the saddle, sit up tall. Good work. Guys, that concludes our 15-minute lower body session. Again, my name is Katie. I so appreciate you taking time out of your day to work out with me, and I hope to see you very soon.